Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video. This is going to be games that recently completed. A very delayed one, as usual. So I think it was like the last video I mentioned that I had been playing like some older games as well, which obviously was the case, but I didn't tell you what ones I beat. But this is my bundle I've been playing through the last couple of months. I've actually given one away, whoops. I've got PS1 games, I got that on the side, so yeah, that's a giveaway. But yeah, nice little bundle here. PS1, PS2, PS4, and an Xbox 360 game. No PS3. So yeah, I don't really have like many like PS3 games, but I will tell you a story about a PS3 game that I tried to play and I gave up on for the second time. So I'll get to that at the end. I'm going to fish that out of my drawer. So yeah, we'll start off with a game that I actually showed by accident. So yeah, for the first time in my life, I finally played through the Simpsons Wrestling. Yeah, this game. So I was speaking to like Stars Gaming on Skype, and as always, I like to have a game in the background, while I'm on Skype. And I always pick games that I'm not into like the story and things. So it's usually games I've already played through, so I don't need to listen to the story because I already know what's going on. Or games like this that don't have a story at all. So yeah, this was. Oh, but the disc's falling out. I forgot the disc holder's a bit broken. Yeah, this is the game. So you'd think a Simpsons game, it's nice and easy, it's simple. It's simple enough. It's not bloody easy though. It starts off real easy. Like the Simpsons family would real easy to beat. Lisa's a bit annoying to fight because she's got her saxophone. And so it blasts you with that, which is annoying. But yeah, like the main the toughest people to beat in this game are like Mr. Burns, because he doesn't fight Mr. Burns. Mr. Burns is outside the ring. You have to fight Smithers instead. So you fight him, and Mr. Burns is on the outside throwing bombs at you, or chemicals, or whatever the hell they are. And yeah, they don't damage Smithers, but they damage you and take off like almost half your health. So that's fair. That's very fair. Another thing, Simpsons Wrestling, like, the only thing wrestling about it is that you pin people. Like, it should be like the Simpsons fighting. Because a fighting game, you just beat people up. It's not really wrestling, you know? So, so yeah, like, the best person for me to play as was the Bumblebee Man. Because you can actually set free your little chihuahua, and the chihuahua will go around the ring attacking people. So I like that. For me, that's probably the best character because I started off using Marge because I usually play through the game as or try and play through the game as Groundskeeper Willie. Got to represent and support our Scottish people. But and he was good for like the first like 4 or 5 fights or whatever. But once you fight like some of the tougher opponents, I don't know, Groundskeeper Willie just isn't as good anymore. So yeah, once I unlocked the Bumblebee Man, I just use him because I say like he's Chihuahua. Made the game a lot easier to play because it's a very difficult game. Like there's 3 different tournaments. Each tournament gets more tough. So yeah, like you don't even unlock Mr. Burns, which is annoying. I want to play Smithers and have Mr. Burns like throw bombs at my opponents, but yeah, it doesn't happen. So it's a terrible game. Like I don't know. It's got a lot of charm to it though. It's a terrible game that I actually enjoy. It's like a guilty pleasure game. It's quite frustrating. Like I say, Mr. Burns is the worst. But I still enjoy the game. It is fun for what it is. It is quite basic. There's not a lot of like combos per fighter. But I don't know, I still like it. Like it's like Sonic the Fighter. Sonic the Fighter is a terrible game as well, but I kinda like it as well. So yeah, that's that. I finally beat it. I'm happy to beat it. Unlock all the characters that you can actually unlock. I don't know if there's a cheat or something to unlock, like Mr. Burns. But yeah, I'd like to have played as Mr. Burns. That'd been fun. So yeah, sticking with the PS1, another game from my childhood that I always like played a lot, but I never actually beat it. And I can finally say I've beat it, and it was bloody tough. It was difficult. It's PS1 games they're quite challenging. Like not gonna lie. Road Rash. Oh yeah, Road Rash. Absolute classic game, Road Rash. And I'm not even into like motorbikes and things, but I can make an exception for Road Rash. Road Rash is a lot of fun. It feels very arcadey. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, the whole deal with Road Rash was I always got to a certain point in the game because there's like 5 levels or like 5 tracks, and you have to like get in like the top 3 to like qualify for that track, and then once you beat all 5 tracks, you go into the next level. But you still do the same tracks, but the tracks are longer, and you have to like obviously race against better opponents. So yeah, as the levels go up, there's like 5 levels and obviously 5 tracks, so 25 levels in total, you could say. And yeah, they just get really like challenging like later on. Like level 1's real easy, 2's not too difficult either, 3's where it starts to get a little bit more challenging, and then you've got 4 and 5, which are absolutely insane. Especially 5, obviously the races take ages, and there's obviously a lot of things. You can obviously get like arrested by the police. You can get so far in, and then get arrested at the end, which is blooming. It's annoying. It really is. Like a bloody 8 minutes into the race and you get arrested. That sucks. That really does. So yeah, right. The reason why I think I couldn't beat this before was because I didn't think to grind. Because once you go up a level, you can't go down a level again. So you have to make sure you actually grind a little bit to have enough money to actually buy a better bike. Because if you go into the next level and you don't have a good enough bike and you don't have enough money to buy a better bike, you're in a lot of trouble. You'd have to be really really perfect like doing the races, because you'll be really you'll struggle basically because your bike just won't be fast enough to like catch up with the opponents. Because that's what I always did. I was always so keen to get onto the next level, not thinking that my bike's not actually fast enough to race these guys. And I don't actually have enough money to buy a bike or a better bike, so I'm screwed. So yeah, I managed to keep that in mind this time. Even with the fastest bike in the game, level 5 was still a challenge. Like it really was. So but I do like the game. It is a lot of fun. Like I say, it's more fun at the beginning. Like later on, it just gets so hard. But I really like it. Road Rash is a lot of fun. It's a classic game. Finally beat it. Very happy with that. I don't know if I'd play through the campaign again. I know I'd maybe just stick it on like just to do like some easy races or something, or because you can just like play like just like a quick race thing. So I'd maybe do that rather than play through the campaign again. Not have to worry about bikes and losing money when you get busted. I did save scum. Actually, I'll say that I did save scum. Like I saved the game before every race, and if I get arrested by the police, I just load up my save, because money is actually quite scarce in this game, and you lose so much if you get busted. So yeah, so I did save scum, but I always say if it's in the game, it's not cheating. Like Grand Theft Auto, like Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I think they didn't like in like 4 and 5 was a bit more lenient, but like San Andreas and Vice City, when you get like arrested or you die and you lose all your weapons, hell with that. I always loaded up my save and got all my weapons back. So, and like I say, it's in the game. It's not cheating. It's save scumming. That's what it's called. So yeah, next game is a single Xbox 360 game, and that is Forza Motorsport 4. So yeah, that's me played through Motorsport 2, 3, and 4 now. Obviously, I haven't done every single thing in this game because apparently it takes like 100 hours or something, even longer than 100 hours because there's so many races in these games. But I did like the main like tournaments, all the way to whatever the last one was, the legendary one or whatever it was. But yeah, Forza Motorsport 4. Again, very good game. I don't know if I prefer it to 3. It's on similar terms with 3. I do like it more than 2. But obviously a beautiful game. Like of the Forza games, they're always very pretty. A lot of detail in the cars and a lot of detail in the tracks. It's just a very fun game to race in. I really did enjoy this one. So yeah, but it's been a while since I played it and completed it. So what all I can say is it was very pretty and it was a lot of fun. And I don't know if it's better than 3. 3 was very good as well. So I can't really judge too much on that, but a very good game. I think that's actually the last of the motorsports now on the 360. I think Motorsport 5, I think, is on the Xbox One. So, but I need to get Forza Horizon 2. I think that's on the 360. So, I think it's quite expensive. So yeah, we've got on to the PS4 games, I guess. So I mentioned these in my pickups video, so I'm just gonna go through these quickly. I finished off Saints Row the Third Remaster. So I still stick with what I say. I still think it's a good game. It's just not as good as I remember it. I don't know. I just remember it being more fun. But I still think it's good. I do like the characters, and like I say, the gameplay is over the top, silly, crazy. So it makes a change from like serious games like Grand Theft Auto, just something a bit wacky. So I did play through the campaign, and you say I do think it's good, just not as good as I remember it. But I'm probably gonna keep it anyway. And the next one, Infamous Second Son. So I ended up getting a platinum trophy for this game. Yeah, I didn't enjoy it quite as much the second time. I think probably because I played through the game like so quickly after I played through it the first time. I should maybe have left it a couple of weeks in between, but yeah, I kind of just wanted to get going, get that platinum trophy. So I got most of the trophies just playing through the game like the first time. But obviously you have to play for the game again on expert, and obviously you have to do the evil path, because I did the good path like my first time playing through. I don't know, like for me, the evil path didn't feel too evil until like near the end. I don't know, I thought people would start treating you more like an evil person. But I don't know, I just didn't feel that. I felt like more of that with like the other Infamous games. I don't know, like I said, it didn't feel too evil until near the end. And I think Delson, he's too much of a goofball to be a villain. I don't know. He's more like a likable goofball than a villain. So I was definitely interested to see like the tough paths, the evil paths. Nothing really felt too difficult to do. Like I know a lot of games you can actually feel guilty for like doing evil things. I don't know. I didn't feel that in this too much, to be honest. Apart from one, you had to like kill somebody I didn't want to kill them, but had to because I had to do the evil path. But yeah, I think it's a good game. I really do. I think it's a pretty solid game. It's like a solid 7 out of 10 game. Expert was more challenging because a lot of times you couldn't actually see the enemies on the map, so that was kind of annoying. And obviously, you die a lot faster. So, but yeah, it was interesting to see the evil path. So happy to platinum it. It's an easy enough platinum. It's just a little bit time consuming doing all the side stuff. And yeah, this was a game I got for Christmas that I finally went back to and played through. Shadow Warrior. But again, it's been so long since I played through this that I'm a little bit rusty, or vaguely remember what happened. But yeah, it's one of those like fast-paced, like first-person shooters. Again, it's very similar to Doom, but you're in Japan fighting demons, and you've got like a sword, which is really cool. And yeah, like the main character, like Wang, he's very very funny. So I do like him, and I like his little buddy that's always with him. Like the spirit thing that always follows him around, which is really funny. Like the dialogue between the two characters. But the only thing for me, this game did feel like a bit long. It was like a blooming 12 to 14 hour long game. It was really long for an FPS. But like I did like most of the environments. They're really really good. The environment that I thought I'd like most was like the snowy mountain area, but it turned out to be one of my least favourite because I thought navigation was annoying. I kept like going flying off the mountain. I didn't really know where I was going for a couple parts of the level. But navigation in this game can be a little bit iffy. Like there's a lot of times I'm like, where the hell am I going? You know, I just felt like I was going around in circles. But yeah, I do like the game. I do like the gameplay. It's very fast paced. Actually, it did outstay its welcome a little bit just for being so long. But yeah, Shadow Warrior was again definitely a good time as well. Definitely a fun game. Like I do think Doom Eternal gameplay is more fun, but this is more like it's less frustrating to play. Like difficulty wise, this was a fair difficulty. Whereas Doom Eternal just kicked my ass. So yeah, I didn't have a good time with Doom Eternal, which is a shame because the game it looked very good, had good environments, had a lot of like variety with the monsters and stuff, but it was too hard for me. So a couple of PS2 games now. This one I beat in one sitting because it's like a 50-minute long game. It's real short. Metal Slug 5. So yeah, very short game. Very challenging game as well. Like, thank God with this game you get infinite credits. Because this game was hard. Like, I died like 100 times or more. Very, very challenging game because you pretty much like die in one shot. Or maybe not one shot, but a couple of shots and you're dead. It is quite brutal. But yeah, I think this game is pretty decent as well. Like a 6 out of 10 game. I don't think it's anything like too special. Like I said, although you get infinite credits, I was getting quite frustrated dying every like 30 seconds or something. It got a little bit annoying. But yeah, you get 4 different characters to play through the game as. So I don't think they're any different. They don't feel any different. They just look different. But I mean, I do think it's good. Like I say, you can beat it in one sitting. So yeah, I think it's fun. It's just, I don't know. Some of the environments are a little bit repetitive, but I do think it's a decent enough game. A game that I played through as well was Rayman 3. Yeah, I'm very like up and down when it comes to Rayman. Rayman 1 on the PS1, it looked very nice, had a lot of charm. It was way too difficult. I gave up on that. Rayman 2 on the PS1 was a very, very good game. I really liked Rayman 2. Very fun. I did play on this as well, the Rayman Revolution, which was basically Rayman 2, but like a more updated version. Didn't like it that much. It felt more like it was more open world, whereas with Rayman 2, you just beat a level and you go into the next level. It's like a level select screen kind of thing, like for a main menu. That's just more like an open world. You have to like walk around and stuff to get to your levels. I don't know. It just didn't have this like the same amount of charm. Obviously, it looked better graphical wise and things, but it just didn't have the same charm. I did like Rayman on the PS4. Was it Rayman Origins? Or was it... No, Rayman Legends, I think it was. I really liked that game. That was a lot of fun. So, yeah, very, very up and down when it comes to Rayman. So, Rayman 3 was one that I've always wanted to play through, but I never got round to playing through it. And I don't know, it just wasn't very good. It was very repetitive for me. I don't know, it just didn't grip me. Like, it started well. It's a very beautiful game. It's very colourful. Like, it plays well, but I don't know, there's something very repetitive about the game. I just lost interest within like 2 hours. It is a short game as well. It's like a 6 hour, 7 hour long game. It isn't very long, but I don't know. It just didn't grip me. Like, the environments were okay, but the gameplay just felt repetitive. I don't know. I just lost interest, in my opinion. So yeah, it's been a while since I played through it, so I can't really go too in depth about the game, but I thought it was quite repetitive. So it's like a 5 out of 10 for me. Like, it's average. And the last game was a game with, I didn't actually know this when I was playing it, but a lot of people are actually quite mixed about this game. Like, I don't think it was greatly like received, and that is Gauntlet 7 Sorrows. So yeah, as for Gauntlet, obviously Gauntlet's it's an arcade classic. Like, I really enjoyed the games. They're a lot of fun. Very simplistic, but I don't know, they've got a lot of charm to them. So yeah, I've been looking forward to like playing for this to see how they like modernise Gauntlet. And like I say, I think they did a good job. Like, the main thing about this game for me was the environments. The environments were very pretty. There's a very good variety of environments, like fields, castles. There's like one that's kind of felt like an Olympus Coliseum, which is very cool. You have to like fight gladiator demons, which is kind of funny. There's like swamps. So there's like a big variety of different areas, which I really like. And obviously you've got the Gauntlet format where obviously enemies respawn until you destroy their monster dens. But yeah, you can level up your characters. So really, if you wanted, you could just like not destroy the monster dens and just keep grinding on enemies and like level up. You could do that. It'd probably take a while, but you could do that if you found the game like challenging, because you can go back to levels and like replay them if you really want to level up. I never like needed to do that because I felt the game was quite easy. I did do a little bit of grinding every now and again on like say, not destroying the monster dens, just letting the monsters keep coming at you and just destroy them because they were quite easy to kill. The majority of the enemies. The only problem I had with this game was some of the bosses. Some of the bosses were quite hard to hit because they were quite lame. Like you got near them and they would just hit you with an attack and like knock you flying. So I did die a few times on some of the bosses. But for me, the game was quite easy. I did play through the game as the elf, who's like a very fast character. I've not played through it as like or played the game as any of the other characters, so I don't know how they like fare. But obviously, you've got your warrior, your Valkyrie, your elf, and your something wizard. Yeah, wizard. So yeah, I don't really know how the other guys fare. I'm guessing the warrior's slower, but does more damage or something. Maybe it can take more hits. I don't know. I think this game was fun. See, it wasn't very well received just because it's very repetitive, and it's repetitive. I'll give it that. But there's something about this game I enjoyed. It didn't bore me, even though it was repetitive. That takes something, you know. I usually get bored of games that are very repetitive, but this one like gripped me. I don't know why. Maybe I was just in the right mood to play Gauntlet. But yeah, I actually enjoyed this game. I'm looking forward to getting like the other one. I think is it Dark Legacy or something. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that. Hopefully it'll be more of the same because this was fun. Again, it's like a 4 or 5 hour long game. It's quite short as well. You know, 'cause it's not very challenging if if you will just take your time. It's not that tough. But yeah, guys, that is it for games I've recently completed. I'm gonna actually go to my drawer. Hold on, because I do want to talk about that game that I started. Oh, actually, wait a minute. There's a game in here that I actually played through. Hold on. See, look, I need to get more professional, right? This is unacceptable. Right, so I did try and play through this again. Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns. So, again, with my controversial opinions, I absolutely love Final Fantasy 13. 13 is my favourite Final Fantasy game. I love it. Like, I don't get what people say about bland characters. I love Final Fantasy 13, right? It's amazing. It's got amazing characters. It's a very pretty game. The combat system's amazing. It's the best Final Fantasy game. In my opinion. I love it. I don't know. Something about Final Fantasy 13. I love it. 13-2 as well was very, very good. I really enjoyed that one as well. I remember getting this one, and I was like, oh, this is the third game in the series. It's going to be brilliant. And I don't know, I always, I enjoyed it at the beginning, and I gave up on it. And then I finally went back and, started the game all over again, because I wasn't, I couldn't remember what happened with the story and the characters and the combat, so I just started the game all over again. And the same thing happened. I just gave up after 4 or 5 hours. I hate what they did with this game. You only have Lightning in your party. She's alone. She's a standalone character. Where's the other party members? Damn it. Where's Vanille? Where's Snow? Where's Hope? I don't like Hope. Hope was okay in the second game. I'll give him that. But Hope in the first game was whiny. But yeah, where's Saz? Where's Fan? Where's all these characters that I enjoy from the first Final Fantasy 13? I don't know. And there's this whole time thing where apparently if you don't beat this game in a certain amount of time, you actually fail the main campaign. That's terrible. I mean, you can save scum, I guess. Save the game and try and figure out what you're doing, and you can load your game and do something obviously a lot quicker because you actually know what you're doing. But that's a terrible thing. Not actually having a time limit on a campaign, and if you run out of time, you'll fail. And if you stop at an inn, you'll actually waste time. And when you're fighting monsters and stuff, if you run away from a battle, it'll cost you more time. Oh, I don't know. I don't like the time system. It's terrible. I don't even like the gameplay very much. I just think it's very standard. I don't like RPGs where you've only got one character. I mean, you can change your movesets and her clothes so she can have different abilities and things, but I prefer having more party members rather than just one. I don't know, this game just doesn't click for me. I've tried it twice and it just doesn't do it for me. I don't know. It's a shame. It's a pretty game as well. Some frame rate issues at times, but it's still a good looking game. I don't know. I just can't be bothered. The whole time aspect, and I just don't think the combat system is very fun. And yeah, this game I did play through actually. I totally forgot about this one. Star Wars Battlefront 2. The game that a lot of people say is like the best Star Wars game of all time. Do I agree? Not sure. It is a very fun game. It really, really is. As I've already said before, I'm not really that into Star Wars, but I do enjoy like playing the games. They're usually quite fun. So I did play like the main campaign. I've not tried the mode that a lot of people say is like the best mode in the game. Is it the Galactic Conquest? Where you just kind of like just fight things, I guess, and try and like take over the galaxy or something. So I've not played that, but a lot of people say that's like the best part of the game. So I guess I can't really judge it fully at the moment, but I did play through like the main campaign and it was quite fun. Like some of the later like missions were kind of annoying. I hated the flying sections, so you have to like fly around, and I'm just not very good at like flying combat. I thought it was quite annoying because I kept getting blown up. But yeah, like I just like I said, the more I got into the game, the harder it got, and it was just getting a little bit annoying, especially like the final level in this game when you're in that like snowy area, which I can't remember the name of the place, but yeah, it's a snowy area with like big machines and things. It's very challenging, that area. Like it took me like an hour to get past that final mission. Like it was kicking my ass. I'm getting sick of hearing your troops are being depleted, or whatever the hell it was. But yeah, I still think this is a solid game. It runs very well. Gameplay is very satisfying. I like playing with like the obviously other characters like Yoda and like Darth Vader and stuff, Obi-Wan. Very, very fun doing that. Anakin, he plays Anakin for a little while. I actually died with Anakin like within 20 seconds. I don't know why. I got screwed. So I didn't get the most out of Anakin Skywalker, but yeah, but I don't know, I think it's a fun game. Like I say, I'm looking forward to trying the Galactic Conquest. Hopefully there'll be less like flying missions, and hopefully it's more like balanced, because in the main campaign, like the enemy troops don't get depleted, but you do. So I'm hoping in the Galactic Conquest, whatever it is, hopefully it'll be like a deathmatch thing where the opponent's troops can be depleted as well. Hopefully their troops can be depleted. But I was sick of hearing the guy saying that. It was bloody annoying, right? But yeah, I think it's a fun game. So I'm looking forward to trying Galactic Conquest. So anyways, that is it for games that Rusha completed. So yeah, quite a decent selection here. So yeah, I'll see y'all in the next year or something when I complete more games. But yeah, hopefully I can do these on a more like regular basis. Maybe like if I complete 3 or 4 games, do one of these rather than just doing one of these with like 10 games. And with games I've not beaten, or games that I beat like months ago and I can't remember much about them, with a lot of these games here. Anyway guys, yeah, my throat's getting dry. So yeah, thanks for watching guys. I will catch you all in the next video. See you guys. Thanks for watching.